of ICT, because the ministry itige yona ke lalela ifuna kumekisha sure ukuthi iniketa all the support labayidingako boso science labancane bethu bala ekhaya Eswatini. Mina ke mbukela emakhaya, I am Baphisile Dlamini and I'll be your host for the day. Sasicela nje ke nimbukela emakhaya ukuthi uhlale nathi njengoba sibe sinilethela bukhoma konke lokwendekako lana. Base ke yes, we want to provide support kubo phela boso science bethu bala ekhaya Eswatini labancane, but we also want to promote ukuthi phela ke bamfula basha abachoose emacareer akhona phela and the science field. Sicela nhlala nathi ke mbukela emakhaya njengoba sibe sinilethela konke bukhoma sekuvele kucalile ke mbukela emakhaya bamfu baphelele njengoba kubonakala ukuthi ngumcimbi lomcokwa la ekhaya Eswatini njengoba epromote tona ke technology. Sicela nhlala nathi ke la ka Eswatini TV njengoba sibe sinilethela konke bukhoma shito ke babukela emakhaya ngathi ke sekuvele kucalile. So ngaphandle kokuthi ngimoshe isikhathi angivele nginithathe nginimixe khona babukela emakhaya ukuthi sibone ukuthi ke lihlelo la namuhla lisiphatheleni.
Engineering and technology, which fosters inclusivity and empowers women in the scientific community. I would like to take a moment and appreciate collaborative that led to the drafting of the Academy's constitution. Endeavor involved inputs from our senior academy, that is KIAS, from SADC member states, from experts from Africa, Lesotho, Kenya. Special thanks goes to Professor Vasi Mwanja from Kenya, and the dedicated youth drafters from the University of Eswatini, which was led by Dr. Wisdom. We also appreciate the inputs from the Department of RSTI. We are not taking it for granted. You're having sleepless nights working with the team. Your hard work has laid a strong foundation for this academy's positioning Eswatini amongst the top 5 SADC countries with established young academies. The founding members of this academy have undergone a highly competitive process to establish this academy, and they have tremendous responsibility ahead of them. Their commitment to excellence will be very, very important in shaping the future of science and innovation in Eswatini. I would also like to express our gratitude to the partners who funded these PhDs, and we appreciate the partners. As you know that in our country, the funding of postgraduate students is not institutionalized. So we are yet to fully operationalize our National Research Council, which will be responsible for the funding of postgraduate students, including PhDs. So when you see PhDs in the country, it's either self-funded or they are funded by our government partners. So I would like us to really clap hands for them at this moment. And we show that with the establishment of the NRC, things will turn around. The dream of King Sobhuza II of establishing institutions like the National Research Council actually says to us, education and research for national development is very, very important. I've always shared with our stakeholders that way back in 1972, the country had a dream to establish a National Research Council that is an institution that funds postgraduate students, that funds research and innovation, that funds technological development. But it's only this year that we can safely say the National Research Council is already here. However, we must also reflect in the current landscape of education in Eswatini, especially as it relates to science, technology, and innovation. Alarmingly, only about 5% of our university students, that is according to recent stats, are pursuing science, technology, and innovation related degrees. The presence of the Young Academy will be instrumental in changing these statistics. Research shows that when youth see their peers engaged in science and technology fields, it creates a ripple effect. Youth as role models are key in the STI sector. So I can see we have most of us, most of our stakeholders here are less than 35 years. So we are hopeful that they are going to change things in the STI sector. Indeed, STI will contribute meaningfully to the transformation of our economy. Thus, the Academy will serve as a for mentoring, networking, and collaboration, which are key factors in encouraging more young people to enroll in STI fields. As we navigate rapidly changing world characterized by volatility, uncertainty, complexity, and ambiguity, often referred to as the VUCA world, prioritizes science, technology, innovation. The economy of the future will be knowledge-driven, and those who take STI seriously will be at the forefront of this transformation. Thus, science, technology, and innovation are not just buzzwords. They are catalysts for changing economies, improving livelihoods. The Eswatini Young Academy of Sciences is more than just an institution. It is a platform for innovation and collaboration, I repeat. Am I still audible? The ball is now in your court as you embark on this journey. The ball is now in your court as you embark in this journey. I encourage you to work closely with the senior academy, leveraging their experience and expertise. Utilize the resources available at RSTP, particularly the incubation center, because if you do so, you'll be able to translate your ideas into practical solutions that drive economic growth. As we advance into our knowledge economy, remember all our national strategies, they are stating clearly that the country has made a bold decision to transform the economy from resource-based economy to knowledge-based economy. Hence, I'm saying as we advance to knowledge-based economy, the relationship between STI and the digital economy cannot be overstated. Digital transformation is reshaping industries, and those equipped with science knowledge and technological skills will be at the forefront of the evolution. The future belongs to those who take STI seriously as it drives innovation, enhances productivity, and creates sustainable jobs. Let us remember that the future belongs to those who embrace innovation and creativity, I repeat, by harnessing the power of science, technology, and innovation. I repeat, we can create sustainable jobs and progress in our economies. In closing, I would like to leave you with a quote from Albert Einstein. The measure of intelligence is the ability to change. As you embark on this crucial journey, may you embody the spirit of innovation and change that is necessary for the growth of our nation. Thank you for being part of this historic moment, and I look forward to witnessing the remarkable contribution that Eswatini Young Academy of Sciences will do to our society and the world. Together, let us pave the way for a brighter future through science, technology, and innovation. Thank you. Thank you for being patient. I forgot my glasses, so.
Thank you. Can we give Dr. Masego another huge round of applause? We forgive you, Doc. And next time, we'll make sure you bring your classes. I'll personally make sure you bring your classes. Thank you very much, Dr. Masego, for the welcoming remarks and for assuring us amid the reaction from the room that the founding members are mostly 35 and below. As their achievements shouldn't make us believe they are not young anymore. They're still young. Even Mr. Mgadi, in his late age of almost 60, is young at heart. So we believe everyone here resonates with the youngness that these founding members have. So, ladies and gentlemen, it is actually a very great honor for all of us to be here to witness your starting this journey, because as you are the founding members, you have a very important role, because you've been given a clean slate, and we believe that you are going to draw the plan and the pathway for the country. Because yes, we have peers, but they will rely heavily on you in focusing on the many decades to come. Because if Kias can say we have a 50-year outlook, they wouldn't be honest to us, but they will rely on you to have a 50 years outlook, and then they will be there to guide you. Having said that, may I now invite the representative of Kias to come forward and give us their message of support. Can we give him a round of applause?
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Honorable Minister in absentia, the Director, RSTI, representatives from other academies, distinguished guests, colleagues who are here, the young scientists who are the highlight for today, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Nick Isabelo Dlamini. I am the Secretary General of the Senior Academy, which is the Kingdom of Eswatini Academy of Sciences. I am here to represent the president of the Kingdom of Eswatini Academy of Sciences, who is Dr. Tabile Ndlovu, who unfortunately had to send apologies due to other work engagement outside the country. On behalf of the Kingdom of Eswatini Academy of Sciences, it is my honor to welcome you all to this historic occasion, which is the launch of the Young Academy of Sciences. I must highlight that the Senior Academy and the Young Academy, most of the time, or one criteria that distinguishes these two academies is the age category. So the work may seem to overlap, but we know that when we talk of senior scientists or senior researchers, these will be normally people who have who are above maybe 50 years, approaching 60, and probably more tired than the young scientists who we are here to launch an academy that will represent them well in the kingdom. So it is my pleasure to extend a warm welcome to you all, and to thank all those also who were very pivotal in the formation of the Young Academy. There were many things that were done in the background. Some of them, the director had already highlighted them, including formulating the constitution of the Young Academy, and also identifying people who were to be founding members of the Young Academy. And those are the people who were really responsible for the background work towards the event that we are having today. So we want to clap hands. Can we just clap hands and celebrate those people? The work has yielded this great auspicious occasion that we are celebrating today. So I want to talk briefly about science academies in general, what is expected from this young science academy, and what contribution are they expected to bring into Eswatini. So around the world in general, academies, they provide independent evidence-based advice to governments on issues such as health, education, climate change, food security, and technology, among others. And why advising governments? Because using my primary school definition of science, I like this primary school from Tishara Tuba Valley Primary School. Yeah, it's science is a knowledge of facts by a careful study. It was just simple like that. Science is a knowledge of facts by a careful study. And this is a definition that has stood with me over time, because really science is nothing but research and scoping for literature here and there until you deduce and summarize and infer the facts that you are getting from multiple studies. And then you know what is fact and what is superficial or fallacy. So science is a knowledge of facts by careful study. So these academies, they are pivotal then in forming policy and advising even governments, because we believe that whatever comes from science has been proven, has been tested, has been followed the objective methods of coming up with those generalizations that they make. So academies, they also promote research and innovation by connecting scientists across disciplines and across borders. Now, this is done mostly through workshops and conferences that even the Young Academy of Science will be expected to conduct regularly, once or twice in a year, depending. And these are the forums where networking is expected to take place between scientists. They also build capacity by mentoring the next generation of scientists, ensuring that knowledge is passed on and strengthened. The Young Academy will be responsible for this, visiting schools, encouraging and inspiring young scientists, and encouraging especially girls to also pursue science-related subjects. So they contribute also to national development by aligning scientific work with the priorities of society. So in our country, for instance, we have a problem of poor waste or irresponsible waste disposal. This is an issue that needs young minds to come up with innovative ideas of how we can come with the technology to address this problem. These are pressing priority national issues. If not addressed, I always say, in the next 5-10 years, the whole country will be covered with waste, because when we conduct these cleanup campaigns, it's like we are now addressing someone who's sick. We're saying the solution is to knit the person and close where the running stomach, when the person has a running stomach, so we're anointing to close so that this person does not. But that is just addressing now the symptoms. Where is the problem? We need young minds like those that are in this academy today, that they may come with innovative ideas. How can we, the Berkeley, the papers, the plastic, is there nothing that we can do really so that these things are no longer a nuisance in our societies? So they also build capacity by mentoring the next generation of scientists, and also they link nations to global networks such as the inter-academy partnerships. There is also the Global Young Academy, which this academy, Eswatini Young Academy, is also expected to affiliate to those international and global networks for more exposure and experience. So they promote public understanding of science, ensuring that communities appreciate its role in everyday life and decision making. So this is why we also bring innovators who are also scientists in most of our conferences and workshops. Why? Because innovators present a certain part of science which is called the applied science, which are addressing direct programmatic challenges and problems with their innovations. So people always appreciate the results of what science can do rather than just an article that is saying what can be done. But if you are bringing an innovative idea, this is how you can make water or heat water using this source of energy, and this is demonstrated. People then appreciate the science. This is what is expected from these young innovators. So in this way, academies stand now at the crossroads of science, society, and policy, ensuring that knowledge is transformed into work packages, into activities, and deliverables, and the nation as a whole is able to make progress. That is the role of science academies. So the launch of the Young Academy of Science of Eswatini is a landmark achievement, and it will play a vital role in giving early career researchers a voice in science and policy discussions, ensuring that fresh perspectives shape the future. The younger the mind, the more easier to innovate and come with ideas. I always like to make the example of the billionaires around the world, the Mark Zuckerberg, the Jeff Bezos, the Warren Buffett. Most of them, they are not PhD holders, but their ideas have made them even to be the reference in the world in terms of technology. Look at Bill Gates. they left school. They just got so enraptured with the idea that if I can come up with this, and this thing was able to solve a global problem. So if you are having an idea that is able to solve a global problem, you become a billionaire, because then your market is not just your country or your community, but your market is the entire world. So that is why, even in the Young Academy that we have today, we have representatives also from the innovative sector, where innovators are also part of this Young Academy, because we want to showcase what innovators in Eswatini can do. So they promote also interdisciplinary collaboration across fields and across borders, often through regional and global networks. They bridge the science and society gap through public engagement, science communication, and also they are key in combating misinformation. I know in the United States during the campaigns, the presidential campaigns, there will be lots of misinformation, and there will be people who will be employed deliberately to just fight misinformation using social media. And these are young people who are finding innovative ways of how to combat misinformation. Misinformation is a threat now to global health security. With the advent of AI, they can even clone your voice and say you were there. They take the face and put it and say, oh, caught him red-handed doing this. This is artificial intelligence. Now we need young people who will be able to counteract those threats. This is why we are here today. So they also drive innovation and sustainability by leading bold initiatives that address emerging challenges such as climate change, digital transformation, and health and security in general. So here in Eswatini, the Young Academy will amplify the energy, the creativity, and the leadership of our young scientists. It will be working hand in hand and complementing the Senior Academy, which is the Kingdom of Eswatini Academy of Sciences. So the establishment of the Young Academy is a clear signal of our commitment as a country to empower the next generation of scientists and innovators, those who will shape the future of our kingdom and contribute to the global scientific community. Our young scientists are the lifeblood of our nation as knowledge economy. As the director has already alluded that if you want to survive the next generation, you must invest in knowledge-based economy. So through this Young Academy, we are giving you the platform to engage in dialogue, to pursue collaborative research and participate in shaping science and innovation policy in the country and in the global stage. Most importantly, we are investing in your growth so that you may in turn invest in the progress of Eswatini. Science is central to addressing the pressing challenges of our time, as we have already mentioned, and there are many of them. So by nurturing young scientists in Eswatini, Eswatini joins the global movement of nations that recognize that our future well-being depends on cultivating knowledge and innovation. So to our young scientists today, this academy is yours. Use it to learn, use it to collaborate, and to lead. Use it to spark curiosity, for instance, in schools and anywhere in your circles, in your clubs, to mentor those who follow in your footsteps and to create solutions that will improve the lives of our people. The Senior Academy stands ready to mentor, to support and guide you on this journey. In conclusion, let this launch not be the end of a process, but the beginning of an inspiring chapter in Eswatini's scientific story. Together, let us commit to working to promote science and innovation in the country. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Lamin. Can we give him another round of applause? Did he say KIAS has membership with 50-year-olds? He doesn't look 50 to me. But we really appreciate the support from KIAS because they are going to be the yardstick of what the Young Academy of Sciences will be doing and making better. Ladies and gentlemen, I forgot to make you aware that we are live on Eswatini TV, so please do not be caught by surprise when you are seeing those WhatsApp messages to say, hey, I can see you on TV. Or please don't do that, you're on TV. So please be aware that we are live on Eswatini TV, and we appreciate Eswatini TV for the support because by broadcasting this event live, it shows their support for the Eswatini Young Academy of Sciences. We, as Eswatini, we are a member of the regional bloc, which is SADC. And hence, Dr. Masego made reference to the SADC protocol for STI. And as a member of the SADC bloc, it is very crucial for us to see if we get that support for such an event. So we are now going to have a message of support, which will be through a video from SADC, and I'm reliably informed that we now have the video ready. Colleagues, if we may.
Invitation to do the remarks during this launch of the Eswatini Academy of Science. I apologize that I could not be able to attend the launch of this Academy of Science. distinguished scientists, esteemed guests, and ladies and gentlemen. It is a great privilege and honor to make these remarks today on behalf of the SADC Secretariat. I wish to extend warm congratulations to the government of Eswatini and the people of Kingdom of Eswatini for this milestone achievement. The establishment of the Eswatini Academy of Science is not only a national triumph, but a regional beacon of progress. It signals Eswatini's commitment to place science, technology, and innovation at the heart of national development. It also reflects the country's vision to harness the power of knowledge, creativity, and evidence for the prosperity and well-being of its people. Why the Academy matter? The Academy matters because, as you can see across the world, most of the countries that are well developed, they invest in science and innovation, and they are better prepared to respond to crises such as pandemics, climate change, food insecurity, and technological disruptions. They are also better positioned to seize the opportunities of the fourth industrial revolution. As for Eswatini, the Academy will serve as a custodian for scientific excellence, providing evidence-based advice to policymakers, promoting research and innovation, and nurturing the next generations of scientists. This is well aligned with the SADC and continental priorities. This launch is fully aligned with the SADC Vision 2050 and Regional Indicative Strategic Development Plan 2020-2030, both of which recognize science, technology, and innovation as critical drivers of industrialization and regional integration. We all know that we have a strategy for industrialization, SADC industrialization strategy. We also have the protocol on science, technology, and innovation, which encourage member states to establish institutions like this Academy of Sciences. There are key roles that the academies are playing in the science sector. One is the advisory role by providing credible scientific evidence to inform national policies and strategies. Two, to develop capacity building, strengthening human capital by nurturing young scientists with a focus on women and youth. Also to promote innovation that support industrialization, agriculture, health, and climate resilience. Also to make sure that there are some linkages or strengthening the national innovation system, even including the regional innovation system, by creating linkages between the academia, government, private sector, and international partners. Also to serve as one of the key actors in promoting regional integration, because the launch of this Academy of Science will call for the Eswatini Academy of Science to also engage with other member states' Academy of Sciences to advance regional collaboration and science diplomacy. Ladies and gentlemen, today's launch must not be seen as an end, but as the beginning of a new journey, a journey that demands investment in research and innovation, inclusivity in scientific participation, and strong partnerships at national, regional, and global levels. I therefore call upon all stakeholders, government, academia, the private sector, and the development partners to rally behind the Eswatini Academy of Science so that it may fulfill its vision and mission. As we celebrate this milestone, let us remember that science is an abstract pursuit, but a practical tool to improve lives. It is through science that we can build resilience, enhance competitiveness, and achieve sustainable development. Ladies and gentlemen, may the Eswatini Academy of Science go far with the support of the nation and the region as a pillar of knowledge and innovation and progress. I thank you very much for your attention. Thank you. Technological disruptions. As for priorities. This law
Thank you very much to that message of support from the SADC Secretariat delivered by Mr. Reasonable Riabocha, Morakabi. Ladies and gentlemen, he made mention of other players in the space at regional level, which means we do have, or the role that such academies play at a member states level. So we do have other member states represented, and we have the South African Young Academy of Sciences representative who is joining us online, and they also have a message of support. Can I now invite the representative of SciES to make their remarks as a message of support? Colleagues, please. Please, can we give him our attention? Well, it's on our side. Let's address some technical issues on our side. I think we are only using them. We can see you, but we can, maybe let's see how we can connect to the monitors. Are we connected to the monitors, colleagues? It looks like you're also muted now, Doc. We now can't hear you, Doc. Can we wait just a bit? Okay, sorry, Doc, can we please? We're good?
But Nasim,
and provide a platform for young scientists to influence policy decisions and co-create strategic interventions and partnership for a better future. So within the South African Young Academy of Science, we are divided. We have 3 working groups. So how we are running our academy is that we have 3 working groups. In those 3 working groups, we have the first working group, which looks at capacity building for scientific excellence, where we focus on mentorship. We host an annual Young Scientist Congress. We also have science researchers profiles. We attend regional meetings and in science and jobs. So that is what our first working group looks into, which we have one of the executive members currently with me as well in the meeting, Dr. Dr. Matlu. And then in working group 2, we look at strategic partnerships and policy influence, where we focus on the National Science Week networks. We focus on collaborating with young academies like yourselves through collaborations and partnership, and we also participate in the science forum as well. In the working group 3, we look at the science communication, where we focus on science communication, feeding the pipeline, your social media, your podcast. We also conduct school outreach, community outreach, and also participate in the National Science Week. So those are some of the responsibilities or the activities that we perform under the different working groups. So just, if I could just highlight some of the events that we've had this year. We hosted Youth Indaba in June 2025, looking at commercialization, moving from the old traditional way of performing research and look into ways that we can commercialize, our research. So that was in partnership with OWSD. We also have held, we are in a process of holding an entrepreneurship workshop that is looking at, assisting our postdoctorate, postgraduates on your entrepreneurial skills, translating STEMI knowledge to product or service. We also have participated in the Nelson Mandela Day, where we have partnered with ASAF, which is our mother body, to conduct community outreach to raise awareness on waterborne diseases. That was in July the 10th. We also have, we participate in providing awards. UKW Ngambule Award during the NSTF Awards. We also have an upcoming annual Young Scientist Congress, which we cater for young scientists that are coming throughout the whole South Africa to participate in this annual Young Scientist Congress. And then it's coming on the 13th and the 14th of October. We participate in the National Science Week, as I've indicated, and exhibitions, workshops, demonstration, and media interviews. We've also have celebrated young women in science during the National Science Week. That was from the 4th to the 9th of August. We're also conducting blogging workshops, which are done on a monthly basis. We've also have conducted school outreaches program in our communities around South Africa. We've also have held workshops on navigating the quantum world, understanding the next computing era that took place on the 1st of September. And we also have participated in your S20 Young Scientists meeting on climate change, well-being, and social transformation that was held on the 21st of September. We also have had SciAS Young Innovators joining the 10th BRICS Young Scientists Forum that was held in Brazil. So this is of the BRICS nations where we had young scientists that had represented South Africa in that Young BRICS Forum held in Brazil. We also are going to be having academic writing introductory workshop on the 10th of October. And we enhance our visibility through various social media platforms as well, so that everyone, all the scientists, researchers that are around the world can participate and be part of the work that we are doing. So we wouldn't have achieved all of this without our senior academy, which is your Academy of Science in South Africa, and the hard work of our members that have been able to grow and make tangible contributions for the young scientists in the region. I would like to close by saying that we are here as an academy to support the Academy of Science in Eswatini to grow, and we welcome strong collaborations on matters of science, diplomacy, development, communication, and outreach. So we are here to offer our support for the new academy and wish you all the best during your launch. So this is us extending our hand to say we are here to partner in any of the initiatives as I've indicated. So thank you so much for the opportunity. This is us from the South African Young Academy of Science. Much appreciated. Thank you.
Thank you very much for that message of support from our South African colleagues. We do believe that they touched on very important issues, particularly on the area of collaboration, because we cannot and we can never go anywhere, or we cannot achieve a lot if we want to do everything by ourselves. There are people that have gone before us, so we definitely are going to be learning from them how they have achieved what they've been able to achieve. Another member state that is going to offer their message of support, maybe before I invite a representative from the Lesotho Young Academy of Sciences, I would love to acknowledge the presence of the acting PS in the Ministry of ICT, ably represented by Ms. Matanjana Motsa, the US, and the acting PS Ministry of Sports, Culture and Youth Affairs, represented by Jobe Babemtsetwa here, who is the US in the Ministry of Sports, Culture and Youth Affairs. Cela sibashayele tandla abantu labadzala. Ladies and gentlemen, may I now invite the representative of the Lesotho Young Academy of Sciences to make their remarks as they offer their support to the local Young Academy of Sciences. I think Lesotho is represented by Joshua. The floor is yours, sir. And you are muted. I'm not sure if you are still with us online. Okay, looks like we would have to make contact with Joshua, and I'm not sure if the representative of the Young Scientists of Kenya can hear us. If he can, okay. Okay.
Good morning, can you hear me? Yes, we can. Yes. Thank you. Good morning. My name is Vasimoja from Kenya National Academy of Sciences. I'm giving my best wishes to Eswatini Young Academy of Sciences. Let me start by observing all the protocols. The editor-in-chief of the Kenya National Academy of Sciences, as well as a very close friend of Dr. Lijo is the director. I want really to acknowledge the time we have spent together talking about the academies. During the time when the Eswatini team visited with us in Kenya, we had an opportunity to share at least 2 days and as an academy, I'm from the senior academy, but also working very closely with the young academy, because what happens, young academy, they mature, they join the senior academy, and we continue recruiting, coming up with the young academy. So on their behalf, I thought I'll be able to present the biggest wishes from both the senior and the upcoming younger academy in Kenya. The most important part, as our director did mention, is taking cognizance of the importance of the youth and also understanding why the young academies play a key role in the sustainability of science, innovation, and technology in the countries in the continent. It is also important to realize the importance of connecting the young science academies with experienced peers who are the senior academies, because we need to recognize the importance of mentoring. We need also to safeguard the integrity of scientific knowledge, because unless we do that, then we cannot sustain the development of our continent. So as countries, I'm very excited today to be part of this successful event which the Eswatini community showed to the continent. We also need to think about how do we leverage the collective credibility of excellence between the academies, and as such we should be there as senior academies to work very closely. As my colleague from the KIAS did mention during the presentation this morning, we are there to safeguard that integrity, to work very closely with the young academies, guiding them, showing them the directions where we made mistakes so that they don't repeat the same mistakes. So welcome to this sphere of academies of science. Before we go very far, I've also listened to the South African young academies, and I'm impressed by the success the continent is having in trying to have a very, very innovative and very active academies. What you need to remember is what is the role of the academies, whether being young or senior. Its importance is that they are neutral conveners, the neutral platform of evidence-informed debates and dialogues. So, as a young academy in Eswatini, you have a major role to play in making sure that whatever you come up with, you should be neutral. You should not be opinionated. It should be science-based platform so that you can discuss and debate and dialogue on the issues pertaining to not only the Kingdom of Eswatini, but the continent as a whole. We also need to look about taking care to ensure that we have, in an open society, we need to make sure that we are non-political. Non-political means that even though we find that our parent ministries and governments support the academies, the integrity of understanding is that the academy should be independent so that whatever decision they come up with, these are the decisions which are well grounded in science. Also, we need to take our role as academy as a science advisor. We're looking at knowledge integration, focusing on science, problems of the society, service to the society pro bono. We need to ensure that we can be able to attend to schools, attend to communities, and respond to the questions. That's just like what our sister in South Africa did mention. Remember, as a young academy, you are trained, you are educated. If you have any question, ask. You should always be ready to ask and should be able to correct where mistakes occur. That's the uniqueness of being an academy. You should be autonomous, providing evidence-based advice to the communities, especially where you are. You also become a bank of knowledge, data, and information. So, ladies and gentlemen, as I conclude my remarks to really giving all the assurance to the support, we as the senior academies and on behalf of Kenya National Academy of Sciences, we are ready and willing to continue mentoring with you. Although you have our sister academies in Eswatini, should you require any support of any form from us, we are ready and we'll be willing to do that. Therefore, on behalf of the Kenya National Academy of Sciences, Young Academy, and of myself, let me say congratulations to Eswatini Young Academy of Sciences, and I wish you well in launching this event and also continuing to service the people of the Kingdom of Eswatini. God bless you all. Thank you very much.
Well, thank you very much, Prof, for that message. Can I now invite Joshua from Lesotho to make his remarks?
I think on behalf of Lesotho Young Academy of Science and of Science, Dr. Mahamo, as the co-chair on administration, will deliver the message of support. Over to you, Dr. Mahamo.
Thank you, Dr. Josh, and good morning, Bomelebon Tate. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. May I be allowed to align myself with the protocol that has already been observed? As Dr. Josh has said, my name is Dibello Mahamo. I am an organometallic chemist by training, and I am a senior lecturer at the National University of Lesotho. Within me, I am the co-chair of the Lesotho Young Academy of Science, last year's responsible for administration, and I'm here with Ndate Joshua Takadimani from the Department of Science, Technology and Innovation, who has been seconded to the Secretariat of our senior academy, the Lesotho Academy of Science and Technology last. Just by way of giving a brief background to the Lesotho Young Academy of Science, as well as the Lesotho Academy of Science and Technology. LESIAS is an independent, non-governmental body meant to represent and support young scientists in Lesotho. It works in tandem with the Senior Academy, which is the Lesotho Academy of Science and Technology, and other stakeholders to advance science and engineering among young researchers. Some of the key purposes of LESIAS are to give a voice to young scientists, promote science as a career of choice for youth, build and nurture scientific capacity among early career researchers, foster interdisciplinary research to address national and international challenges, to assist in formulation of especially those that affect young people, and to communicate science to the larger society. In terms of contribution, LESIA's scientists have shared perspectives through the UN Technology Bank and NASAC on national development and the role of young scientists. For example, these include mentorship, supporting research collaborations, and helping link local researchers to the diaspora, giving input into policy. LESIA members also see opportunities for hosting science fairs for high school learners, being involved in emerging scientific dialogues, and for young researchers to contribute to national priorities. How LAST and LESIAS relate to each other. LAST is the Senior Academy, and it handles high-level advisory policy input, institutional framework and networking, and so on, while LESIAS focuses on building early career capacity, youth engagement, mentoring, bridging gaps for young scientists. Both LESIAS and LAST are supported by international bodies such as the UN Technology Bank and NASAC, and this ensures alignment with international standards and regional networks. Now, I've been asked to deliver a message of support by LESIAS on the official launch of Eswatini Young Academy of Sciences, and it is indeed my great pleasure to be a part of this historic event. On behalf of the Lesotho Young Academy of Science, LESIAS, it gives me great pleasure to extend our warmest congratulations to the Kingdom of Eswatini, to the dedicated founding members, and to all the stakeholders who have made possible the establishment of EYAS. This launch marks a truly historic and inspiring milestone, not only for Eswatini, but also for our Southern African region and for the growing community of young academies across the continent and the world. The creation of the birth of a new institution. It is a bold statement of commitment to nurturing young scientific talent, strengthening research capacity, and ensuring that the voices of emerging scholars are heard in national, regional, and global conversations. We at LESIAS believe deeply that young academies are transformative platforms. They empower early career researchers to engage in evidence-informed policy dialogue, to propose innovative and sustainable solutions to pressing societal challenges, and to ensure that science is harnessed in service of humanity. We are particularly inspired by the promise that EYAS holds for regional collaboration. By working together, our academies can create stronger networks that transcend national borders, amplify the collective voice of young scientists, and generate opportunities for interdisciplinary partnerships. Through joint projects, knowledge exchange, mentorship initiatives, and advocacy, we can contribute to shaping a future where science, innovation, and technology play a central role in the development and prosperity of our nations and our continent. Furthermore, young academies play a crucial role in preparing the next generation of leaders for the broader scientific community. They are spaces where leadership skills are cultivated, where interdisciplinary engagement flourishes, and where young scientists are encouraged to think critically, act boldly, and lead responsibly. In this regard, the establishment of AYAS is a step forward not only for Eswatini but for Africa's collective scientific advancement. As Lesias, we stand firmly beside AYAS in solidarity and partnership. We look forward to walking this journey together, to learning from one another, and to building bridges that connect our academies with others across the continent and the globe. It is only by uniting our efforts that we can truly elevate the role of young scientists in shaping the trajectory of our societies over our region and our shared future. We once again extend a heartfelt congratulations to AYAS on this remarkable achievement. May this new chapter bring growth, impact, and lasting success as you advance science, innovation, and development in Eswatini and beyond. With warm regards and solidarity, this is our message from the Lesotho Young Academy of Science and of the Lesotho Young Academy of Science. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Back to you, Program Director. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Doc. That was Dr. Mahamo from the Lesotho Young Academy of Sciences. Can I now invite Professor Oyawa from the International Science Council? Prof, I don't know if I can see you are unmuted and you're trying to say something, but I'm not sure if you are now settled. Okay, he's there.
Am I audible?
Yes, sir. Yeah, we can faint a little, but we can hear you.
Okay. Thank you very much, Dr. Percy. Yes, I think Honorable and Chief Guest and the Minister of ICT ably. Dr. Percy, I hope my volume is okay.
Yes, sir, I can hear you pretty well.
Okay, thank you. The Director, RSDI, senior government officials and scientists, President of the Eswatini Young Academy of Sciences, young scientists and scholars present, and distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. My name is Walter Oyawa, a member of the Governing Board of the International Science Council, and I'm here today to present the IAC President, Sir Peter Gluckman, who really desired to be with us here today, but could not make it due to other urgent undertakings. And therefore, on behalf of the IAC President, allow me to congratulate the government of Eswatini founding the Eswatini Young Academy of Sciences. Indeed, an honor and privilege to be part of this distinguished gathering and launch as we celebrate the launch of the Young Academy of Sciences. Ladies and gentlemen, the International Science Council, always normally referred to as the IAC, is established with the clear objective expertise. Number 3, advising humanity on critical matters. And number 4, influencing issues of major concern to both science and the society. The ISC's passionate desire is that scientific knowledge, data, and expertise will be universally accessible and their benefits shared by all, thus transforming science as a global public good. The ISC is regarded as the global voice of science, owing to its unique global membership, brings together 250 international scientific unions and associations, national organizations. And most recently, the IIC has been very keen on encouraging young academies to join the IIC so that your voice can be heard. It is hence positioned as the world's largest non-governmental organization representing the active science community. We therefore hope that the Young Academy of Sciences will be a strong voice of the ISC in demonstrating that science is a public good for the people of Eswatini, and as direct hearing the day-to-day life of the people of Eswatini and, of course, for the entire African continent. Ladies and gentlemen, the ISC has been a good friend of Africa and continues to be so. Just last year, in June, the ISC held one of its governing board meetings in Nairobi, Kenya, where key resolutions concerning science were made. Further to this, the ISC governing board is currently undertaking consultations with regard to the establishment of the ISC regional focal point for Africa. I believe that the focal point will be of great benefit to the scientific community of Africa. It is anticipated that the mission of the ISC regional focal point for Africa will be to convene and enhance the capacity of the scientific and technological community in Africa in collaboration with global partners and implement transformational priority programs geared towards achieving or advancing science for public good and resolving critical issues of interest to this great continent. There are more details of the establishment of the regional focal point that will emerge after relevant consultations have been finalized. But we pray that the young academies, including the Eswatini Young Academy, will play a key role in the establishment and thereafter the taking of the regional focal point. We therefore applaud the Eswatini government for the novel initiative of establishing the Young Academy of Science. We hope that the Young Academy will be an example to other African countries as they seek to establish a Young Academy. Of importance is to take note that the ISC strongly advocates the equity and inclusivity, the practical science, and the opportunities for scientific education and capacity development. Another emerging area of interest which the Young Academy might consider and other national academies is on science diplomacy, which has become an important topic for modern times. That is to be able to translate science into a language that local communities can understand. So it's an area which we also think the Young Academy. How do you communicate science if people are not fun, or if people are not in that particular specialty? As we discharge your charter or constitution or mandate, I would keep in mind the often mentioned African paradoxes. You may have heard of the African paradox that Africa is endowed with a lot of resources, but yet we continue to languish in conflict, insecurity, hunger, and poverty. We strongly believe that through science and science diplomacy, a number of these issues may be alleviated. If you just allow me to quickly quote some statistics, which probably you might already be aware of, it is said that the African 20% of the Earth's surface and is home to 1.3 or 4 billion people. Further, Africa hosts 60% of the world's land, arable land, 30% of the world's reserve materials, 12% of the world's oil reserves, 8% of the world's natural gas reserves, and the youngest population of any country. But the data indicates that approximately 60% of our population is under the age of 25. How do we use this resource of the youngsters? Young academies and vast number of young people are coming in. It's a great resource in terms of the national security, in terms of national development, in terms of so many other areas. So long as we continue to say that despite all these resources, the vast resources and riches, Africa produces only 3% of global GDP. It accounts for less than 3% international trade, yes, contributes just 2% of world research output, accounts for only 1.3% of research spending, and produces 0.1% of our budget. In Kenya, I think we have raised great concern on this issue of patents. You can have great scientific knowledge, great scientific knowledge, but until you convert it to something you can monetize, then our contributions to that will progress. I'll challenge the youngsters who are coming up to find out how many patents by institutions in Eswatini are there at this particular point in time. So that is one area we really talk about the number of patents that you have. That you check the number of patents that you have, check how much money you have put to your country, and then you can strategize things as well. As I conclude, we urge the young academy of sciences to be touched to the IC through its website to keep abreast with emerging global trends in science and technology, as well as take advantage of numerous opportunities that have been availed by partners to the IC platform. Always remember, as has been said by other top scientists, that science is not only a disciple of freedom, but also one of romance and friendship. I'll repeat that one. Science is not only a disciple of reason, but also one of romance and friendship. I see you just do the very best and recommend it to them. I thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Prof. That was Professor Oyawa from the International Science Council giving that message of support to the Eswatini Young Academy of Sciences. Ladies and gentlemen, I think it will be, before we all have somewhere to rush, it would be nice to have everyone in a group photo. Before we go for our tea break, can I invite everyone to a group photo? Can we all fit here or we have to go outside? Colleagues, photographers, can you all fit here? Yeah, we can. So they say. In the event we don't fit, I don't take the fall. Can we invite everyone for a group photo, ladies and gentlemen, who will be here? Some will go upstairs, well, up the stage. So, can I invite everyone? Naucela US nelitafula lakho simane sibela ecaleni. Ladies and gentlemen, can we please come for a group photo before we go for our tea break, which we will have for 20 minutes. I'm sure we would have all gotten coffee in 20 minutes.
course, you are still tuned into Eswatini television. Njengoba sinilethela bukhoma konke lokwendeka khona la kaManzini at the official launch of the Young Academy of Sciences. Njengoba ke ngishilo babukele emakhaya ukuthi it is the Ministry of ICT lesilethela kona. Ithi lalela ufuna boso science labancane bala ekhaya Eswatini banikete yonke isupport labayidingako ngaphinze ngasho babukele emakhaya ukuthi bathi ke bona lalela yes bamfla abancane bakhona and ama job opportunities akhona, but listen bayafuna nokuthi bamfla abancane ba make sure ukuthi phela they also choose careers that are in the science space. And as of course, ladies and gentlemen, we're still bringing you all that is going down right here at Manzini ngoba Eswatini TV ithi ke yona lalela ayifuni usalele ngaphandle njengoba live lala ekhaya Eswatini lithuthuka ngeDep ICT. And as of course, beautiful people of Eswatini, we still have a lot in store for you. Lengitocela nje kini babukele emakhaya ukuthi ke nihlale nathi njengoba phela ayikapheli lenkonzo lesitokwena nje sisale careful elincane. Please do not go anywhere. Siyabuya mbukeli.
Ngutshele tindzaba letiphuma enkosini uthoka ndaba tinfombi imbali yemaswati ayiphelele esigodlweni embangeni mhla titintsathu kuyo imphala tita nemhlanga wadi titawufike tibhalise ngalelo langa kutawuchithwa umhlanga ngemgcibelo mhla titine kuyo imphala kuyagidwa mhla tisihlanu kuyo imphala imiyalo yetikhulwini nguleso naleso sikhulu kubhekeke kokuthi sikhiphe emajaha lamane nabomake lababili kude kokuthi nakukhona longaphili walomunye umfana bakhona kubikela labo labafanele nekokuthi noma lo mfana asafakwe esibhedlela bakhona kubikela abatali emakhaya boba betikhulu bantu benkosi lababuke imango bayakhunjutwa kokuthi abangakhiphi bantwana labancane siyimbali yemaswati sichakazile sitakunqoba kuhlukubeteka usho njalo kwemswati lomnyama kulabalithuli lodungandaba wasempelebeleni umakhephula ngejozi igazi liyaphalala ethe bayethe wena waphakathi ngubonga wehlatshwako indvuna yembali lokhipha simemetelo.
The Platform, your front row to elite perspective. A show featuring real conversations that lead to real growth and impact. About 4 young professionals sit at the table with a champion, an industry leader who's walked the path and is ready to share the blueprint. From bold questions to breakthrough moments, The Platform creates a space for mentorship and practical guidance to help you move your career forward.
If you cannot look after the resources that come your way, you will stay perennially poor. And money usually takes the character of the hand on which it's at. If it's a reckless hand, it lacks custodianship and stewardship. Money will always disappear. I don't care how successful you are.
Something has got to shift and change from the space of the leader. Whether you're sitting as a manager in a corporate or you're sitting as an official in a government space, these young people are counting on you to help them create an environment that is conducive for their dreams, their goals, and their aspirations.
My key takeaways are it's okay to start small and to focus on where you are.
The impact that this show had on me today is, again, just expanding my perspective on how business works from different voices.
Giving you a limelight to say, you can be the best that you can be, regardless of your humble beginnings. I come from Mafutula, and today I am here, and I'm proud to share my story.
Catch The Platform, a breakfast with a champion, Thursdays at 8 p.m. only on Eswatini TV.
Be sure to catch Business Watch every Wednesday between 2 p.m. to 3 p.m., where we feature the latest updates on business news, market trends, and exclusive interviews with industry leaders, as well as insights on emerging small and medium enterprises in the commercial sector. Business Watch, your business leader.
Ngikwende konke lobekubhekekile kimi. Nginikele ngenkadi nemandla ami onke ngifeza difiso tenu. Ngathela Lthando nenjabulo ngithobela imiyalo yenu. Don't want to pursue Manje. Don't touch me. Kukho konke ngithembekile. Ngakhomba kuba indvodzana leqotho. Kodwa lo bese ngikufuna manje ngeke ngikuthola. Ngekwami akusiko kwena. Yimpi nekufa kuphela lokudangihlukanisa nawe.
Eswatini television njengoba sinilethela bukhoma konke lokwendekako lana kamanzini ngishido ke mbukeli ngathi it is the official launch of the Young Academy of Sciences lendekala khona la kamanzini njengoba ngishido ngathi ke litiko le ICT lithi lalela lifuna boso science befula abancane bala ekhaya Eswatini bathole yonke isupport labayidingako ukuze phela bakhone kwenda umsebenzi wawo ngalokuphelele noma ke kufeza emaphupho abo ngalokuphelele njengoba ngishido ke mbukeli emakhaya ngathi ke it is brought by the Ministry of ICT. And with me right now, I am joined by Dr. Rejoice Masego. Losuka khona phela ke etikweni le ICT ngaphasi kwe RSTI. Tositala kabandi ke about ke this initiative. Doctor, thank you so much for joining us. Ngicela nje ngikubuza ukuthi what really is the mandate of Young Academy? Nekuthi ke what does such an initiative mean for boso science labancane befuba la ekhaya Eswatini?
Siyabonga kakhulu Mlangeni. Njengoba wathi Mlangeni ngicabanga ukuthi sonke sesiyade ukuthi live is transforming from resource-based economy to knowledge-based economy. Sonke sesiyade by now ngoba livanga lelishumayelako litiko liyalishumayela impela lokuthi science, technology and innovation, those are the key catalysts for the transformation to our knowledge-based economy. Nangabe ke sisho njalo angeke phela sishiye ema-citizens ethu lamcoka kangaka i-youth because le economy lesithi siyakiyo noma lesesicalile siyibona tithelo tayo njengoba sibonile lokwenziwa litiko tidzinga yona le youth yelive le according to my stats is 70% of our population below the age of 35 and below. So that's kungako sithi namhla youth sithi njengoba science, technology and innovation is the catalyst. I-mandate lesiniketwe Eswatini Young Academy of Sciences longasiyo nje ukuthi kusukunyiswe live kuphela kusukunyiswe isadaki ngoba thine what we are doing as much as besinayo vele le desire ekuba nale Young Academy, but this is a regional initiative, this is an international initiative. Njengoba ubonile lana sinetikhulum from all over the world, from the region, so nabo bato supporter lomsebenzi lomkhulu kangaka wekulonjwa i-academy Young Academy of Sciences uvile i-mandate bayishilo yonke lapha nabathi promote science in the country, build capacity, transform the economy of the country using science, technology and innovation, but solve challenges ale live using science, technology and innovation because but this is a VUCA world. There is a lot of uncertainty and as things are, it's volatile. Ukusasa unamhla udoubts kwendeka lokhu kusasa sekungilokunye, especially in the era of climate change. That's in a nutshell. It's young academy yet face emasondvo enyatsi, promote, build capacity, transform the country using science, technology and innovation.
Ngithanda kakhulu make ukuthi you guys are focusing on bamfula basha ngoba phela ngibo likusasa lethu la ekhaya Eswatini but nje bengicela usibreakele down.
Kunjalo nje ngasikona seSwatini kuphela mhlaba wonke jikelele youth is Africa sidlisa ngayo size sithi sine youth bulge 60% of our population is youth.
Mhlambe nje make we can just break down some of the objectives of such an initiative.
Thank you so much Mlangelo Mhle. Le iqukethwe ngule mandate because it's lana you must promote science, technology and innovation. Raise awareness on science, technology and innovation. Kuze kube benginesikhathi phasa kwayinye le objective kuyasho the how part of it because remember akushiwo litiko kushiwo sivo semaswati ngoba le constitution lena it develope kuhlanganyelwe nemaswati onkhana ikakhulu le youthful population yale live yathi one of the key objectives sifuna ku make sure ukuthi we build capacity, we raise awareness, we promote science, we collaborate with key stakeholders within the nation and also outside the country.
Nginekubuda nje make ukuthi yebo yawabala nanke ma objectives enu as
ungawaqethi
maningi kakhulu but ke ngenxa yesikhathi embukeli so to hlaphlaphu naloko lokuncane but ke nginekubuda ke make ukuthi ke ngabe khona intaba lentibekile in place to make sure ukuthi ke all these objectives lo wabalako they become a success.
Hulumende as a strengthening the national systems of innovation. Lokusho ukuthi uthi hulumende kuze ukuthi innovation drive umnotfo welive kufanele kube nema institutions latside lekufanele abe established. Think of the Royal Science and Technology Park. It's because government says we are going to knowledge-based economy. Think of the Kingdom of Eswatini Academy of Sciences. That is the senior academy. Remember, this is the young academy. This is also a key actor in the national systems of innovation. Institution lemqokwa. Think of the national chapter for women in science, engineering and technology. This is also a key institution. Let's see, lana sivali gap because as much as Sibona youth, according to my statistics, it's 5% of the youth at university level enroll for math science, technology and innovation. Thus, there is a need. Institutions specifically, they make sure that youth, ngoba kumnanzi nje kuququtelwa ngilonganga hawe. So we are born ukuthi ngeke phela mnganami. Nami I can do it if you can do it. So that's ngiko ngithi vele silive kuningi lesikwendile kune National Research Council because it's one thing to say there is a youth academy. Are we in a position to fund their activities? Are we in a position to fund their vision? We are saying as a country, yes, partners will help, but through the National Research Council, newly established National Research Council, we are saying we are going to do more. We are going to make sure youth in a PhD, in a master's, bendable postdoc, so that they can transform the country's economy.
Siyajabula kakhulu Dr. kubona ukuthi nithi siyinshani isivulela such an initiative lapho nithi kwelalela nibamvula basha siyanisupport sifuna make sure ukuthi ke you reach to your full potential but ngikubuda yes sikulunch but where to from here yini taba lento dendanyalo and making sure that the entire thing becomes a success.
Ngathi hulumende remember government's key role is to create the enabling environment. Kwenda lo mhlaba uvunze kuze kuthi i-science, technology and innovation idlala elichaza emnothweni. So singihulumende sibambisile young academy kwakha i-constitution yayo. So that's itabe nje namhla iveto esiveni constitution le establisha le young academy ngalokho semthethweni. Namhla sidabe unveila ema founding members. So labo lebatawusita uhulumende ukuthi igijime le institution or ibe fully operational. Sithi from here konke sikunikete ama founding members sithi thina sesidabova ngani ukuthi sigijima sibhekaphi. Hulumende solidlalile kakhulu elichaza lakhe, but going forward sesidawuva ngabo sibambise la hulumende sitsingana ukuze sende 9 inangu sesidana naloyo leyo lesithole kuma partners njengoba uvile lama young academies lamanye. They are getting funding from all over the world. They are collaborating. They are doing activities together. So, sithi kuma founding members nayo science.
Thank you so much, Dr. Rejoice Ndivile and beautiful people of Eswatini. That was Dr. Rejoice Lobuya Konake, Minister of Ministry of ICT yala eka Eswatini. Lokungibona basilethela yona phela i-launch yayo phela i-Young Academy of Science khona la kaManzini. Bathi ke lalela mflomusha thina siyativula tandla tethu sithi lalela sitowenda ngato tonke taba ukuthi support and the science field. Sona ngabe khona lana and ubukele and uva ngazi ukuthi yativele mina ngiyatithanda le tabo science. So this is good news for the way. Because bathi ke bona lalela thina sitokwesekela sikubambe sandla till you reach your full potential. And yes, of course, beautiful people of Eswatini, usabukele wena msakazo kwetifombe Eswatini television. Please do not go anywhere because I still have more interviews lined up for you.
Thank you so much.
This is my first time here.
Hopefully it's my last.
My dear friends, here we are, all in our true colors. Your transfer papers, your key to the Mvule Kingdom.
Hi, I'm Lisa. I know.
Here are your clippers. Clippers.
Who's in? We are prefects. We run this place. So let's act like it.
Solomon, the head prefect, quick. Is my collar straight?
We'll be out of Mvule High before you can pronounce the word scholarship.
We have a mystery to solve. The only way we can make a difference is if we stick together.
When I'm head prefect, each and every student will have a voice.
We need to show that new squeak the Mvule.
I hate this school!
When you choose your adventures, you do so with an open heart and a desire for the unexpected. You embark on journeys to discover new worlds, full of wonder. You choose a path to awaken your senses, to feel the rush of life overwhelm you, a world to make you look up and realize just how inspiring this life can be. You ask, and we give you the royal experience. Arrive and awaken your heart. Explore life in ways only thought possible in your dreams. There are but a few places on earth so special, so unique, and so spectacular, where it becomes a rite of passage for the ambitious travelers, the courageous souls, to all have the one and only royal experience. That day when you look deep into your heart and leap into an ancient world so very different from your own, where magic, beauty, and love are shared forever, then you will have a royal experience. There is just one place on earth where the
Ngikwende konke lobekubhekekile kimi. Nginikele ngenkadi nemandla ami onke ngifeza tifiso tenu. Ngathela Thando nenjabulo ngithobela emiyalo yenu. Don't want to pursue Mama. Don't touch me. Kukho konke ngithembekile. Ngakhomba kuba indvodzana leqotho. Kodwa lo bese ndikufuna manje ngeke ndikuthola. Ngekwami akusiko kwenu. Yimpi nekufa kuphela lokudangihlukanisa nawe.
And yes, of course, you are still tuned into Eswatini television. Njengoba sinilethela yona launch ya the Young Academy of Science in Skolalaga Manzini. Ngishito ke babukela emakhaya ngathi i-Ministry of ICT ithi lalela mflomusha long so science. Ithina stokubamba sandla and making sure that we provide all the support that you need in making sure ukuthi you reach your full potential. And yes, of course, right now I am joined by Lwandle lobuya khona ka UNESCO. Kodwa sicela kabandi ukuthi kena ke what does she think about this whole initiative? But kwecala Lwandle, thank you so much for joining us. And Dr. Lanje usbreakele down with what really is UNESCO.
So UNESCO is a UN agency that works on education, science, and culture.
Okay.
So we are very much proactive when it comes to matters of youth and capturing their voices, particularly when it comes to policy making and implementation, as well as inclusion. So this academy really propels that mandate for us.
Lwandle, I love the fact that you've just mentioned ukuthi bamfla basha batfute nenhlitiyo yakho. So which leads me to ask you to this question, ukuthi what does such an initiative mean for Rowena personally, and what do you think of it as a whole?
Oh, this is so commendable. And on a personal level, I am happy to see an institution cement the voices of youth. And we should capture it and listen to the youth. And everything that we do, we must make sure we involve the youth. And sebendela bona, our institutions, we must make sure of youth involvement. And there's no, I'd like to urge the youth, there's no monopoly over knowledge. Go out there, read, be informed on what's happening on the ground, and make sure your contributions are worth it.
Now, ngibonile ke Lwandle ukuthi kune women in engineering labathi ke bona ke lalela noma oyimvombatane buya, which is such an impressive thing because yesibuka sithi such industry ngathi it's male dominated, it's for males. Kufanana nekushayela siyasithi ke yathi letinye timvo it comes easy to man. But ke bona even nebamfu besifazane abete ngemningi abalingani babo bangene kulesi space.
Sisho njalo sithi they must be represented and not just in positions lede power of decision making and transformation, but we're saying women must sit on these tables of transformation as well as the youth.
Little and beautiful people of Eswatini, that was Lwandle from UNESCO. Uthi ke bona lalela bamfla basha bavute nenhlitiyo yabo. So lapho kuvela khona info ye bamfla basha, they will make sure ukuthi bayingcenye and help in any way that they can. And yes, of course, ladies and gentlemen, I still bring you the live broadcast of the Young Academy yakhona la ekhaya Eswatini of Sciences yala ekhaya Eswatini labathi bona lalela ungangena phela bona batokumekisha sure ukuthi bayakusekela ngato tonke tindlela bakusekela ngato, but without wasting any time. Beautiful people of Eswatini, umcimbi usengapheli sekuthi, so please right about now, please do make sure ukuthi uya enjoy njengoba umcimbi asachubeka. Please do not go anywhere.
Of Eswatini Young Academy. Welcome to the NYA cohort, and thank you for this opportunity. Let me start with briefly mentioning who are we. GYA is a worldwide network of 200 members across the globe. We have 407 alumni representing 101 countries. Members have been screened and distilled based on their research excellence and commitment to service and outreach for GYA membership. We are in a mission to empower outstanding early and mid-career scientists by promoting interdisciplinary, intergenerational, and international dialogue, with the vision of science for all and science for future. We really want to create a better world. We are based in Halle, Germany. Collaboration, empowerment, and partnership are our main motto. So we try to bring people together by fostering collaboration to create a knowledge society and empower them to be the next generation leaders. And we also work towards engaging new partnership for achieving common goals. So even more, we can say it is about changing the lives. So by fostering research collaboration, GYA catalyze the member collaborations through various type of grants, like the interdisciplinary grant, like the Shasha Kagansky grant, are one such, where we aim at the development of small-scale, innovative, curiosity-driven exploratory research that unite researchers from low middle income countries to high income countries. The thematic working groups are also a platform of GYA to connect and learn. Other than this, we have every year the annual general body meeting, which is a key platform where members meet, pitch their ideas, and form new collaborations. We also promote external partnership, mentorship, and peer learning. So these are some of the working groups and activities that GYA has done over the years. GYA also focus on building and engaging partnership. So GYA has a robust network and encourage member engagement with diverse international and multilateral organizations. GYA also nominate members for role positions and enable their involvement in collaborative interagency projects. So we give a voice to young scientists by being in these platforms. How GYA connect with national young academies like Eswatini Academy? So GYA is not a framework or an umbrella organization. It is another independent young academy like many of you. But GYA has a strategic vision to support national young academies in improving networking, engagement, and to help in capacity strengthening through targeted programs. We have science leadership, science diplomacy, science policy, and many programs for this. GYA join with NYAs for actions of impact. We also help to provide visibility and advocacy for NYAs. More than that, GYA not only support in creation of these national young academies, which we are seeing today, the birth of Eswatini Academy, but also we handhold for the sustainability and growth of these young academies. So, how can Eswatini Academy and its members connect better with GYA? So, these are some of the suggestions. So, as today is the birth of this academy, we can connect more in future, but some of the thoughts are that we can have a board member from GYA for such international collaborations. Eswatini Academy can work close with other African academies and networks like NASAC. You should also connect with other young academies with similar topics of interest. And please work with GYA and GYA office, which will help you in a multifaceted manner. Keep us up to date and share your own news via GYA newsletter. And also make use of the opportunities which are regularly shared by GYA newsletter. I also request you to go through and sign up the 2019 Declaration of NYAs and also consider joining in established networks like International Science Council and Inter-Academy Partnership. So this is the current leadership of GYA. We have 2 co-chairs and 9 executive members with a global diversity and footprint. So with this, once again, thank you for your kind invitation for the launch of this Eswatini Academy. It's an honor to be here, and GYA look forward to explore meaningful opportunities to work together and contribute to the Academy's vision in future. So as you see, this is a picture from the AGM 2025, which was in India, and we are buckled up for next in Germany in June 2026. Thank you once again.
Abebahlaba umhlaba ngenhloso ukuhlola basihlebela basitshela ukuthi lana ke mfana lima nasi sithelo nasi ngito lesitawuthela basithelela nelwadi ukuthi sati futhi siqhubeke nempilo bokhokha itolo bebayiphila lolu ke ingondlo eqoliswa qabo lemaswati ngabo so ngqondo bakangwane ngako ke kulolu khethelo lwalamagama mina ke ngibe sengibhala kancane kwangathi ngiyadlala ngisaqala da. For innovation is a power. Buka sesinelwadi ngawe nawe yengqondo machine sesiyakhona ke kubamba mouse masiqesa sithi we are right mouse clicking sesiyakhona nekuhlanganisa nema detail masiqesa sende bo form filling in a short space of time sesiyakhona kumeasure ama fields sakhe ma master document sithi RL plus Z says undo all my mistakes phela kukulesikhathi we can slide our own transition in the top of the page sesiya enter the text masiqesa say close like head buka courage number page number like footer if you get below above 60% is just got in stuck condition akonalega specialist really innovation for education is power ngako kulolu khethelo lwalamagama mina ke ngibe sengibhala kancane kwangathi ngiyadlala ngisaqala da nguEmilex the poet.
Thank you very much. Can we give him another huge round of applause? That was beautiful. Yeah, that was very beautiful and enlightening. Ladies and gentlemen, when we talk about young people, there is a ministry in the Kingdom of Eswatini that is responsible for young people in any sector, science being one of them. So I want to emphasize that when we're talking about young people, there is a ministry responsible, and there is an entity responsible for young people in the Kingdom of Eswatini, which is the Eswatini National Youth Council, and it coordinates anything that talks to young people, na US ICT is young at heart, so I'm sure she falls under the auspices of Eswatini National Youth Council. But I will now invite the representative of the Principal Secretary in the Ministry of Sports, Culture and Youth Affairs, Lomelelwe Mr. Mzwandile Mtsetwa, who is the Undersecretary in the Ministry. Can you give him a huge round of applause, Asetangambi?
Angibonge, Program Director. Ngicela kunibingelela nonke. Manje nganikwa lesiswati ukuthi ngidabo okhuluma ngaso. Angathi ukuthi laba sijoinile online batawuva njani kepha ke kutawuba khona notabahomshele. Mhlawumbe futhi basenhlanhleni ngoba indvuna beyicela ukuthi manje sitoyithulela lokuncane lokusa speech yasuka kubhala ngesingisi. So sebataba senhlanhleni ukuthi mhlawumbe kuvakale lo lesithunywa kona litiko. Akusiko ke nokuthi kanganani bekunene lo phethe luhlelo abesa mhlamba sangethulile libito lami ngumzwandile ngwakamthethwa nganda secretary ya Ministry of Sport, Culture and Youth Affairs. Ni phathisiwe nami angisuye mhlawumbe longanani kepha nje ngidawufunza lokhu litiko lelingithume kona sisahalalisela iMinistry of ICT ngekuthi kulontshe nayi i-Young Academy of Sciences. Mhlambe ke disclaimer sokungaba kusho ukuthi nami ngeke ngadlula khona ngale khabo ICT. Mhlambe ngeke ngaba part of le directorate lekuthiwa yaka RSTI, Research, Science, Technology and Innovation. Mhlambe khona nami linga contribute kulelo tiko lelo nakuleyo department. Kepha nje ngiyabonga ukuthi kugcine kufike mina nami nginvitiwe iscience ke ilanhlitiyweni nami ngake ngayifunza nasesikolweni kusukela ka grade 1 nje bengivele ngiyiscience. Hawu kwaya ngekuya ngagcina ngiphume nayo nale university leyo science. Kabe kunene ngete ngabe ngithakuda kakhulu njengoba ngithunyiwe nanami sengidawuqala ngifunze lokule bathi ngifike ngikusho kuthi weke ngifike ngisho ukuthi angivusele the Honorable Minister of ICT, ably represented by the US as delegated by the PS. Sivusele Director we RSTI nestaff sonke se Ministry of ICT. Sihloniphe kuba khona bekhabo UNESCO amongst us. Siphinze si recognize the presence of the International Science Council, the Global Young Academy, the SADC Secretariat, the South African Young Academy of Sciences, the Lesotho Young Academy of Sciences, Kenya Young Scientists, the Kingdom of Eswatini Academy of Sciences. Shothi mhlambe ngilabadala nabalabancane lesingabo namuhla. Siphinze si recognize the president we Eswatini Young Academy of Sciences nelibandla lakhe. We recognize captains of industry, esteemed scientists amongst us, the innovators, distinguished guests, members of the media, Fourth Estate, I'm not sure, bese sesivusela sonke lesikhona namhla. It is with great pride and enthusiasm that I address you today at the launch of the Eswatini Young Academy of Sciences. This event marks a significant milestone in our nation's journey towards harnessing the potential of our youth through science, technology, and innovation. As we gather here, we must acknowledge a pressing issue that affects our nation: the youth bulge and the high levels of unemployment amongst our young people. The Kingdom of Eswatini is home to a vibrant and dynamic youth population, but this demographic advantage can quickly turn into a challenge if we do not provide the necessary support and opportunities. The rising unemployment rates among our youth are not just statistics. They represent dreams unfulfilled and potential untapped. It is imperative that we take proactive measures to address this issue. The establishment of the Eswatini Young Academy of Sciences offers a timely solution. By promoting youth activities in science and technology, we can create pathways for meaningful employment and entrepreneurial ventures. The Ministry of Sport, Culture and Youth Affairs is committed to fostering an environment where young people can thrive. We are dedicated to providing opportunities that empower our youth to engage in activities that enhance their skills and employability. Through various programs and initiatives, we aim to support young scientists, researchers, and innovators in their pursuit of excellence. We have launched several initiatives to promote youth engagement in science and technology, including funding for innovative projects and opportunities for mentorship and training. These programs are designed to equip our young people with the skills they need to compete in an increasingly knowledge-driven economy. Moreover, I strongly encourage the Eswatini Young Academy of Sciences to register under the Eswatini National Youth Council. This affiliation will not only provide you with additional support and resources, but will also ensure that your voices are represented in national discussions about youth development. Being part of the National Youth Council will enhance your visibility and provide a platform for collaboration with other youth organizations and initiatives across the country. The challenges we face are significant, but so are the opportunities. By investing in our youth and promoting activities that foster their development, we can turn the tide on unemployment and unlock the full potential of our nation. I urge all young scientists and innovators in this room to take advantage of the platforms available to you, including the Young Academy. Engage with your peers, collaborate on projects, and seize the opportunities that lie ahead. Together, we can build a brighter future for ourselves and for the Kingdom of Eswatini. As I close, let us embrace this moment and commit to working together to empower our youth through science, technology, and innovation. The future of Eswatini depends on it. I thank you, and may the good Lord bless us all. Amen.
Siyabonga Nyambosa, ngicela phindze simshayele tandla. Sibonga ukuthi indvuna or litiko limelelwe ngumuntu loyatika bandi lenzaba ya Cabo Science, particularly having gone through the structures of the Ministry of ICT and the Department of RSTI in particular. And it is also pleasing to note that at UNESCO, the ministry and the department is ably represented, as the Secretary General of UNESCO is also a former member of this department, Yaga RSTI, Umkhaya wami futhi, kusho not only is she representing the department, she's also representing Baseskom Gachege, Hereford's Lega Ho. So you may see her in town, Lomakai, Stramganayega or Begnene. So whenever you see us, you just know we're waiting for a classic horse Piwo to board a bus, particularly on Fridays. Thank you very much, Mr. Mtsetwa. Can I now invite the director, Dr. Rejoice Masego, Director RSTI, to come forth and introduce the acting PS. Or OTPS I introduce. So can I now invite the acting PS in the Minister of ICT, Ms. Maikanjana Mota. Can we give her a huge round of applause?
Sanibonani bonkosi. Ufuna ukungicabanisa nabo minister senzo. Wetfuna imvuna senzo hayi nobe ngubani. Yes, ngiyanibingelela again. Malangeni lamahle ngisho lokuthi ngingumabhalane lokuncane etiko la ka-ICT. Ngingumacanjana ngwakamotha ligama lami, ladies and gentlemen. Akusi ukuthi kumbe bayanginyonga. It's my real name. Ngokudala emafutheni bathi ngisemahlabane leligama lalendzawo. Yes. Ngithunywa ngumphandle Nkosi PS wethu babemshishimba wakadlamini beka fisile ngosamta wathi dokotela besinayo intolweni sambama masimnika speech simnika nale program yanamuhla so uvuka unemkhuhlanyana Nkosi yami uthi ngimgcolisele hayi ukuthi unibukela phasi abethandile kuba nani but unani ngenhlitiyo ngitawufunza nami njengoba afunzile Mzwandile speech sakhe umphandle Nkosi. Utsitege, member of the board of the International Science Council, Professor Walter Oyawa. I hope they're still there. Executive committee member of the Global Young Academy, Dr. Verda Krishnan. Program officer for science, technology, and innovation at SADC Secretariat, Mr. Riboka Morakabi. Representative of the South African Young Academy of Sciences, representative of the Lesotho Young Academy of Sciences, representative of the Kenya Young Scientists, representative of the Kingdom of Eswatini Young Academy of Sciences, Minister of Sports and Culture, Youth Representative, Babem Setfa, Mzwandile, distinguished guests, industry captains, esteemed scientists, innovators, ladies and gentlemen, a very good morning to you all. Is it morning or afternoon? Afternoon. A very good afternoon to you all. It is a great honor and privilege to be standing before you at a critical moment that is full of great promise for our nation. Today we're gathered to celebrate the birth of a new guiding light of scientific excellence, the Eswatini Young Academy of Sciences. This momentous occasion is a bold declaration that as a nation we are we are betting on our greatest treasure, the brilliant, dynamic, and youthful minds that are in our midst. On numerous occasions, we have asked ourselves why the African continent has the most youthful population, but still lags behind in development. Today, we are taking action. The Young Academy is conceived as a platform where curiosity is nurtured, interdisciplinary boundaries are removed, and where the finest young scientists, researchers, and engineers develop cutting-edge ideas. The inauguration of the Young Academy is a glaring example of our commitment to a robust and resilient science, technology, and innovation ecosystem that delivers real impact at the grassroots level. At the core of our strategy, we aim to meaningfully contribute to the creation of a diverse economy by supporting novel and innovative value chains. We support the creation of an economy that leverages knowledge, production, and excels in innovation. To this end, I encourage all Eswatini and the rest of the African countries to rethink our views on scientific enterprise. Africa is rich in natural resources and heritage, yet we have often been targets for raw materials without fully understanding or without fully industrializing or adding value. By investing in our youth and fostering innovation, we can change this reality. A reflection from the World Bank on the recent 18th session of the United Nations General Assembly revealed that creating real impact means creating jobs and opportunities for young people, because jobs are the best pathway out of poverty and the world needs more of them. This is why we have put the youth at the heart of our plans in the pursuit of economic prosperity. With the youth as the engines of our future and at the forefront, we aim to lead in the fourth and fifth industrial revolution. To do so effectively, the ministry is capacitating the youth for a technology-intensive work environment. We are implementing various initiatives, such as the coding program, in collaboration with Udacity, with a goal of capacitating over 300,000 Eswatini with coding skills and artificial intelligence. Already we have over 100 girls exploring fields such as space science, artificial intelligence, which are areas that were previously considered to be dominated by males. There are other programs in pipeline that are being set up in collaboration with our partners. As we officially launch the Young Academy today, we are not simply establishing yet another institution, but we are launching a new engine and hub for innovation. We are unleashing the untapped potential of science. The Young Academy is a powerful testament to how our national system of innovation is purposefully evolving to address the country's most urgent and pressing challenges. True to this, I challenge the Young Academy to conduct research into the innovative ways that can benefit the country, especially by leveraging artificial intelligence. I strongly believe that the Young Academy shall make use of the country's brilliant minds, which shall reduce brain drain. This shall also build confidence in the country's young talent and ensure a continuous pipeline of science experts. I therefore strongly urge you to sustain the same rigorous commitment and dedication so that the Young Academy may be propelled to unprecedented levels of achievement. Ladies and gentlemen, our message to Eswatini, the region, and the international community is that, hand in hand, the Young Academy is ready to contribute, to collaborate, and to cooperate, to create a prosperous future where livelihoods are uplifted and the standard of living is raised. Finally, I wish to extend our gratitude to the ministry's international partners for their invaluable support in realizing this dream for the Kingdom of Eswatini. I would like to thank the African Union, the Southern African Development Community, the Global Young Academy, the International Science Council, the South African Young Academy of Sciences, the Lesotho Young Academy of Sciences, and Young Scientists Kenya for the overwhelming support provided to this initiative. With these few remarks, I declare the Eswatini Young Academy of Sciences officially launched. I thank you.
Thank you very much, US. Ngicela siphinde simshayele tandla. The Eswatini Young Academy of Sciences has officially been launched by Umbanenkosi PS, ably represented by the US, Mage Matanjana Mot. Having launched, or with the academy having been launched, we now would love to see if we do have a constitution for the academy. Can we see and reveal the constitution? But the physical copy thereof, the constitution. Vulan. Ngicela sibashayele tandla basetanga mbili. Thank you very much. Ngicela kungasoni lesithombe sihle kakhulu. Oh, siyikhweshise. So then that's ngicela sale ungumela PS so that you can welcome the founding members of the Eswatini Young Academy of Sciences. Can I now invite Dr. Gwanele Endi Ngumalo, who's part of the founding members. Dr. Ngumalo is a pioneer in post-harvest technology with a PhD from UJ and is the head of horticulture at the University of Eswatini. And he won the 2021 Best Oral Presentation Award at the All Africa Post-Harvest Congress and was crowned 2024 a best PhD science student in South Africa by CSIR. His research on innovative, yes please. His research on innovative post-harvest coatings published in over 35 articles combats food loss, promotes agro-processing, and advances global food security, which is SDG number 12. Can we give him a huge round of applause? Okay. Up next is Dr. Maswati Simelane. Dr. Simelane is the Dean of the Faculty of Social Sciences and a senior lecturer at the University of Eswatini. He is an experienced demographer and a biostatistician with a PhD in population studies from UKZN. He has over 10 years experience of expertise in data management, biostatistics, and applied epidemiological analysis, and his research is published in over 20 articles, focuses on critical public health issues including HIV, TB, cancer, malaria, and maternal or child health, playing key roles in national health research and surveillance. Can we give Umguni a huge round of applause? Next is Dr. Mduduzi C. Shongwe. And Dr. Shongwe is a public health specialist, senior lecturer and faculty and campus dean of health sciences at UNESWA, Mabane campus. He is a registered nurse, midwife who holds a PhD in public health, biostatistics, epidemiology, and social and behavioral science from Taiwan. With over 13 years of experience, he has supervised over 100 undergraduate and postgraduate students, published over 17 journal articles, and recently managed a 4.2 million Emalangeni Global Fund grant to enhance data analytics for the Ministry of Health. He is also an academic editor for Plus One. Can we please give him a huge round of applause? As he takes these pictures with, can I have Dr. Nosipiwo Zwane, who is ungahambi Dr. Shongwe. Oh, okay. Bangcine bangala. Shosingibheke phansi kakhulu. Dr. Nosipiwo Zwane is a physicist and academic at UNESWA with a strong background in theoretical physics, astrophysics, and climate change. She holds a PhD from the Perimeter Institute for Theoretical Physics and the University of Waterloo, Canada. Her research spans quantum gravity, cosmology, and climate modeling. Dr. Zwane is also an educator, mentor, and contributes to national climate change initiatives in Eswatini, complementing her work with extensive outreach activities and prestigious awards and extensive outreach. A huge round of applause for Dr. Zwane. Akabuye ngalawa mangwe. Next is Dr. Sandy Lebongani Smelane, who is a senior lecturer at the University of Eswatini, specializing in organic and medicinal chemistry. He has a PhD from the University of Johannesburg and has extensive research experience and has published numerous papers. He holds an MBA and is passionate about drug discovery and natural product research. Dr. Simelane, please. Can we give him a huge round of applause? consistent lombuto wa US kubo bonke lalabafike lana. Looking at their ages, utsi nifunze nini? I can safely say US, they decided kungajoli but concentrate encwadzini. Next, Dr. Shelmay Afbi Liao, who unfortunately is not with us, but she has joined us online. She is a particle physicist and educator who earned her PhD from the University of Witwatersrand, where she contributed to research on Jan's Atlas experiment. Her research focuses on searching for new physics, including dark matter particles, conducting radiation hardness studies to evaluate the long-term performance and resilience of detector materials under high radiation conditions, and applying machine learning in particle physics to improve detection, classification, and anomaly analysis in collider experiments. She is a lecturer at the University of Eswatini and a radiation protection expert, and influenced Eswatini's COVID-19 policy through data-driven research. Can we give Dr. Liao a huge round of applause? There's one member whose bio I haven't been given, US. Can I request the team to share with me the bio of Dr. Vusi Mbendulo Makakula as he comes up? But he is a senior lecturer in mathematics at the University of Eswatini, holding a PhD in applied maths from UKZN and multiple US master's degrees. A prolific researcher, he has authored over 35 peer-reviewed publications in top journals, focusing on infectious disease modeling, financial mathematics, and climate health. With extensive international research training, he supervises many postgraduate students and champions youth empowerment and scientific literacy. Dr. Makakula, please. Ngicela sibashayele tandla bonke uchubeke ubabude US bafunze nini awuchubeka nguphendvulele while others were busy with mjolo, they were busy with books, so siyabonga kakhulu. Ukhona lo sele basele ngathi kushota Dr. Dlamini. Yasola uthi kushota cha kule list yami sekuthi ngiyati lokho kushoda yena. On the list bamkhohliwe kanzi nguye lo tawuphinze akhulumele lama founding members. So angathi lokho bamkhohlwe njani Dr. Dlamini. Can we have his bio please? Seba ngicela sale sishutha kuphi la ngabalunga ngalunga ngakhona ngala. Constitution 9. Can we have the Constitution? Bato Patayona. US ngisola ukuthi bekufanele nibe ngasemkhatsini na director badonithelela lokufundza. Maybe if ningakhweshela ngale eceleni bekunene just move towards, yeah, I think that's fine. Okay, ngidawucela kucela the top table ngicele UNESCO, Minister of Education, other stakeholders, please can we please join in this photo shoot? Mkhaya. Dr. Spanze, Kona, and then Ziniso, please join, representing the board of directors, RSTP. Elan, join. Which other stakeholder am I missing? Universities, please. Yeah, tertiary institutions, can you please join? Stratcom. Ansita out nakusume yongelelo. ENYC, CEO. Ugibe uthi namhlanje gcokule ijazi lami lelinye. Okay, thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Can we give them a huge round of applause? Khona lobeka senga smile. Thank you very much. As they go to sit down, ladies and gentlemen, can I also humbly request that we all scan the registration QR code so that we can register. Otherwise, it would be like we only had 20 people. So if you haven't registered, please, can I humbly request that you scan the QR code and register. Please, let's scan this attendance register and register before we miss out on the very important data of people that were here. Siyabonga kakhulu, ngilawucela ukuthi siphinze sicele umlangeni our poet to give us another piece as we digest this very important segment of our program. Cela simshayele tandla setanga mbili.
And as of course, you are still tuned in to the official broadcast of the launch of the Young Academy of Sciences Konalaka Manzini lapho ke litiko laka ICT lithi lalela mumvlo musha long-so science thina sidobamba ngesandla and making sure that you guys get all the support that you need and making sure that you reach your full potential. And as of course, beautiful people of Eswatini, litiko laka ICT phela lona lifuna kubamba bamfula basha tandla kuze bakhone kufinyelela lapho bafise kufinyelela khona. And unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, we have come to an end of today's broadcast. But sinethemba ukuthi khona nemlo musha lobekabukele lana waphola kucukuteleka ukuthi yatini ngayingenela le field because ithi ke Ministry of ICT yona itongibamba isandla and making sure ukuthi ngiyafika lapho ngifise kufika khona. But for myself, baphethile Dlamini, siyabonga kakhulu babukele emakhaya for tuning in. Bye.